Hello, guys. Today we will be talking about nature versus nurture. So, what is nature and what is nurture? So, in a child or in any human being, the personality traits, their characters would mainly depend upon two main things, which is nurture, and the second one is nurturing. Sorry, the nature, and the second one is nurturing. All right. So, what is nature? Nature is something that is transferred to a child or an individual through genetic. For an example, वो तो उसके पापा की तरह है, ये तो इसकी मम्मी की तरह है, right? So the personality traits which carry from genes. And what is nurture? Nurture is something that what kind of surroundings that we provide to a child when they grow up, and this will decide the baby's personality traits, characteristics while they grow up in the future. All right, so mainly we will focus about nurturing today. And let's get started. So it is really important that a parent and any caregivers to a child to take care of the right nurturing from the day one. All right. So it is really important we nurture our child from day one in a right way to build a great personality and great characteristics. All right. So now we know how nature is different from nurture, and how nurturing is really, really important to a child from day one itself. So the nurturing journey would start from the day one the child is born, and it is really important that we keep in mind what kind of surroundings that we are providing to a child and what kind of characteristics we actually want out of a child. So it is really important to check ourselves, are we behaving in the same manner that the outcome that we are expecting out of a child. All right, so those are the checklists that we actually need to look upon. For an example, there's a great example here. So a farmer would expect that out of a seed he grows so many plants, right? And if the crop is not successful, who will the farmer blame? Question mark. Would he blame the crop, or would he blame the seed, or would he blame the god? No. He would question himself and he would see what are the things that he can change for the betterment for the next cultivation, right? So in the same manner, when we are raising our kids, so it is really important to understand, if your kid is doing anything wrong, just don't shout at your child, right? Question yourself what is wrong, and what can be done to make the situation better. Shouting at your kids have no solution. Rather, it makes them it makes them feel so insecure. It makes them feel anxious, and kids would not come to you as a child to their parents and discuss what is actually going on in the brain. So here is the question: do we as a parent really want this out of a child? No, right? We want our child to be loved, pampered, and we want our child to have the safe space at home, and make sure that your child is heard, your child is being loved, and your child has all the attention that he need, right? But unintentionally, out of we have many things that we need to take care of in our daily life, and out of where we are humans, because of few frustration and due to workload, you may tend to shout at your child. But trust me, your rather than your child learning out of it, he would stop learning, and he would stop doing any activity because of that fear, right? So next time when your child does something wrong, question yourself, think an alternative, choose what best works for you and your child, all right, and act accordingly. This is how you can actually provide right nurturing to your child. So, there are five major things that nurturing consists of, which is education and learning, all right, socialization and culture exposure, emotional support, and health and nutrition. Now, let us talk about how these contribute towards their nurturing. First thing, education and learning. Do you really think education and learning starts from the day one of the school? No. Education and learning can be start immediately after the child's birth. A mother can be a great teacher. The parents, I mean mom, dad, and household other household peoples, it is a gift if you have grandparents around you and any other house helps as well. Anybody, child can learn from anyone. So it is really important to create an environment in your home which is really productive to the child and which helps the child developing skills and help in education and learning. And second thing is socialization. What is socialization? It is actually helping your child understand how they interact with others, all right. Even this learning can be done from the initial days itself. I would not say day one, but initial days itself. So it is really important to educate your child whenever you transfer or give your child to somebody to hold at least for few minutes. You can just say that, hey baby, you are now going to your grandmother, all right. So the baby would learn the relationships and understand who they are and whom they are with, right? This is really interesting, and this is really easy things that we can actually do. And subconsciously, we know that these things actually help our child, but it is really important to bring these thoughts to our conscious brain and actively practice these all techniques so that it will help in your child's development. And the next one was emotional support. It is really important for your child to have the right emotional support from the day one, because unless and until a child have emotional support, he will be feel loved, secure, and understood by other people or surrounded ones, and he would actually have a great emotional support mentally. So this is the gift that you can actually give to your child by providing a good emotional support to your child, right? And the next one, if we talk about, is culture exposure. Nowadays, we um, prior we used to live in a joint families, but due to few reasons, and we need to travel over the world or travel to another state, or xyz reasons, we tend to have minor family, uh, 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 um, a small family, sorry, right? So in that case, it is really important that you educate your child with your culture. Culture is just not spiritual again or festivals again. Culture is what you eat, how you speak, and what you wear, everything around you being in this country, and explaining to your child what your culture looked like and what your culture is now and what your culture is for tomorrow. It is really important that you educate your child on this. And last one is food and nutrition. You, as a parent, we need to understand we give the right food and nutrient food actually to the child, rather than encouraging them. I mean, child would have their tantrums if they want to eat fast food and etc., but we will definitely talk about how to control that tantrums and how to create a boundaries as well, all right, in the future class, in the future uh, uh, sessions or reels that we do. And coming to what actually a right nurturing looks like, and what would child be gifted with if you do the right nurturing. All right. So again, there are few things which is build trust. So, being consistent and loving your child or responses help your children feel secure and loved. When your children when your children feel secure and loved, they come up to you anytime with any questions in their mind or any confusions in their mind, rather than sharing with any other people or worrying for themselves, right? So it is really important that we create this space to our children. And second one is encouraging emotional development. So this is really really important because it helps children understand and express their feelings, leading for their better emotional regulation. All right, so we need to make sure that we create that space wherein your child can express their emotions anytime. He or she may have good emotions at times, bad emotions at times. Actually, there is no good or bad emotions. Emotions are just emotions. We all are humans. Even your baby is a human. So emotions are is something that humans come with. We are not robots, right? So we need to understand that. And third thing is positive cognitive growth. Cognitive mind. So helping your child have a good development of your child's brain. So this will help in good growth of it. And the last one is support social skills. So as we already spoke about culture exposure, socialization, so this both actually contribute a good social skills for your child. When your child have good social skills, your children would learn how to socialize with people. He would understand better, and he would be able to manage conflicts with other people, even though when he is at his early school, and he's going to the school and he have conflicts with his classmates, etc., he would be able to manage that. And he would be able to show great empathy towards other people when they actually need. And this can only happen when he is surrounded with such examples, and when he's observing such positive support in his house or the surroundings or his environment. So now we know what nurturing looks like to your child and how nurturing can change the entire parenting game of upbringing your kid. So now we understood the different parameters that nurturing consists of and how they actually contribute to each other, and how they add on or add in value to your child's development. So now it's our duty to nurture our child in a better way every day. And as I already said, nurturing starts from day one. And trust me, nurturing is just not a destination or a one stop, but nurturing is a journey. All right. So we need to understand that journey. It takes so much time. It takes consistence being or giving the right guidance or having the right nurturing to your child. And trust me, your child would do wonders out of it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, learning about nature versus nurturing. I kind of focused more on nurturing because it has a great impact altogether on your child's developmental stages, because nurture is something that has been genetically transferred, and nurturing has a power to change that as well. So that is the reason why I wanted to discuss how nurturing is important to your child. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. And please do subscribe, like, and share this video for more content. And thank you. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.